All right, let's jump back on the task train. I have some updates of some build that I've done. So let's have a look at how my task management tool is coming along. Oh, this is far over to the left. Let's put it over here. All right, so previously you saw my sketches, but now there's actually something that I've built. So I've mostly built the functionality, and the next stage is to kind of polish this design and change it quite a bit visually. Here you can see what will you do today. There's a bunch of development stuff that I need up there. So I'll say task one. I'll add another one. Really, you would probably type in longer things like wash my dog. But I haven't made the text very small. It's kind of ridiculously big, but let's add task 3 in. So then you go to schedule. So really simple way to put in your tasks. If that's what you want to do, if that's all you want to do, you can probably kind of skip schedule, but I think it's also very easy to schedule your tasks. So then you go to here and you presented your tasks and you can go in and go, oh, actually I'll have time at 9 a.m. to do task 1. I'll have time at here to do task 2. And task 3 I'll probably do for the rest of the day, but actually I'll have lunch at 12:30. So I'll put a gap there and I'll add it in again here. And you can see how easy that is to drag in and out. Even though I put 2 in for task 3, I didn't have to like click an extra button or type in any names or anything. I just dragged twice, right? Now, also, I can drag these around. Maybe I drag wash my dog here and it actually splits these tasks up. So now I can drag this one up if I want. So it becomes super easy to manipulate these. You can see this, these handles here. That's just, it looks this way because it's in development mode for me, but we can drag those handles and you can see that what I did before was I merged 2 of these tasks. So if I drag the handle close enough, it merges with that. I don't have to worry about it, but let's, I have to tweak it a little bit. That didn't quite do what I wanted, but let's say that's there and let's click on task 3 and add another one here. Now you'll also see that it pulls in some calendar info from my Google Calendar. So I know what I can plan tasks around. Okay, so you've planned your day. It was really quick. It took a little while because I was talking through it, but it was really quick. Then you go action and you go, okay, that's my plan. Now I've done my day. When did I do this stuff? Now I can update it during the day or I can update it at the end of the day. It doesn't really matter. But let's say I go to do task 1 and I go, I actually started that a bit earlier. So I finished it earlier. Oh, actually I didn't quite finish it earlier. I went to here, washed my dog, took a little while. Took a little while. Preview. So washed my dog. It took a little while. Longer than I expected. And then task 3, I actually worked through lunch and then I had lunch and then something came up and I had to do something else. So I actually didn't do task 3 again that day. I did something else entirely that I didn't expect. So this is an ad hoc task, right? So helped friend move. Right, so this is just as easy as before to drag things in and you can add new things in. Now, if I want, I can delete something here. I can change the name of it. I can delete all the things in that task. It's super simple, but it's super ugly at the moment. I will improve that. But then you go from action and you go, okay, I'm done for the day. So I'll go to update and it'll ask me, okay, of the things that you did you do them more than you expected or less than you expected? Like what was the progress you made? And I'm still figuring out this wording to make it super clear and super nice to use. But essentially I might say, well, if I jump back here, I can see I did more of task 1 than I expected. So I'm going to say more. I washed my dog. I did the amount that I expected. I finished it. I washed the dog. But you can see it took longer than I expected. So that's a different kind of answer. But my progress was as expected. Task 3, I can't remember, but I'm going to say less, right? So I mark those and then I go to retro and it says, okay, what you plan to work on and you worked on are these 3 tasks. What you unexpectedly worked on is this task, and there wasn't anything that you planned but didn't work on. But you can add a little retro if you want. So planned well and also had time for ad hoc stuff and mark the day done. Now that's not quite working, but that's it. So I've built all the functionality. I think that's working pretty well. There was some stuff that I forgot. I was recently looking over my sketches and I forgot that there are certain errors which you should be able to choose to say you did that day. So I'll add that back in. But that's the functionality. I'd be really interested to know if this kind of task management is something that all of you, any of you are interested in. I know that, as I've said before, I use like in-depth task tools. I use ClickUp to monitor all my tasks, and that's really handy for projects. But day by day, I need to just think about what of these multiple projects am I actually going to do today, and when am I going to do it, and do I have time for it? So that's it. Stay tuned for the next video. I think the next one will probably be showing you some design. Cheers.